Hey everybody, Sean Holsinger here from HolsingersFlyShop.com. Bringing you another time video this week, and this week I'm on a drake kick. I actually been tying the drakes here a lot for orders because, you know, they're coming up with the slate drakes and the green drakes, and so I've been filling orders and filling boxes for them, and I decided to show you a wet fly pattern. This is one that I was requested to tie for a guy, so I'm just going to pass it on to you, and I really like the looks of it. Very cool looking fly. It's going to catch fish. It'll swing through the water nice. And it'll be fun to tie and fun to fish. So here you go. Here you're going to see it in the vise and the material list to tie it. Okay guys, here you see this slate drake or Isonychia in the vise. Let's get into tying it. Really cool looking fly. And for a hook, I'm going to use a Daiichi 1770. This is like a swimming nymph wet fly hook. And the first thing I'm going to do is put on some, this is rusty brown thread. Sorry about that. I had a little brain fart. So we're going to put on some rusty brown thread. Gonna cut off my tag end there, take it back right above the hump, right above the barb on this hook. Next thing I'm going to use is, this is a soft tackle Chickabou, and this is a tan. This stuff is great. You can get so many uses out of this, but it's a great soft tackle, especially on larger soft tackles, on larger flies, I should say. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use this for the tail. I'm going to come in and pull off about 10 or 12 barbs there. This is a little bit larger fly, so I'm going to use a little bit larger tail, but not too big. Don't go too big. And we're just going to tie that into place. Okay. Now, the Isonychia, or slate drake, has a white stripe that goes down over his back. So we're going to put that on next. And to do that, I'm going to use some gel spun thread, GSP from Vivas. We're just going to put that right down over the back. Right in the center there. And then next is a piece of Brassie gold wire. And this is going to rib the fly and keep that gel spun in place where we want it. So, got that all on there. Now it's time to put the dubbing on. And I'm going to come up here, cover my whole shank with thread, just so the dubbing holds on to it a little bit better. And then I'll go back to the back. Now for the dubbing, this is actually Nicole March, who is the quilted tyer. You need to check her out. She is an incredible tyer, and you'll see her on the show circuit if you go to the different shows and stuff, on the East Coast especially. But incredible soft tackle tyer. One of the best soft tackle tyers out there. And this is, I kind of took some of it from her, but what she uses for it, and I really like how it turned out, is some red, or this is Minnow Gills SLF Whitlocks dubbing blends. So I'm going to use about 40% that, and then for Squirrel dub, dark brown, 60% of it. So I'm going to go about a 60-40 blend of this Minnow Gill and dark brown. Okay, I'm just going to put the two together in a pile, and then I'm just going to start just loosely pulling on it, mixing it up as best I can. You know, if you got one of those dubbing rake things, that would be awesome. But this is going to give us a purplish effect, a brownish purple effect. And I need, you can see here, we're getting close to that. That's what I want. I think I was just looking at the wrong side where it's a little bit more brown, so I'm going to mix it up a little better. And this is all we're doing. We're blending it. It's going to give us that nice Isonychia purple color. And once I get it all blended up nice, then we're just going to dub it on. So there, I like that a lot. Let's get into dubbing it now. This has that nice squirrel dub in it, which makes it nice and buggy, which I love. If I can use squirrel dub in it somehow, I'm going to use squirrel. I've gotten away from rabbit and really really taken to the dubbing blends, the Whitlocks dubbing blends and stuff like that. And so we're just going to put that on there. I'm not building up much. I'm just, you've got to do more than change the color of your thread, as I always say. But you see how I'm still keeping it thin. I'm keeping it proportionate. So I need to go a little bit further here. So we're just going to dub on a little bit more. And I want to get that up there, right to where I want to stop and put my head on. Now I'm going to take this gel spun thread. I can twist it in my fingers and that'll tighten it up a little bit. We're just going to hold it right on top and tie it down. And the goal is to keep it right down the center there. Now, gel spun thread is very tough to cut. I like to use a razor blade. Cuts real easy with the razor blade. It will, however, dull your scissors if you're using your good scissors. So, razor blade or a bad pair of scissors. Now, you see how I got this going right down the center. I want to keep that. So, I'm just going to loose over the top. I'll go loose up on top, and then I'll cinch it down on the bottom. And I'll just, as I go, I'll kind of watch and just keep tweaking it to make sure it stays up on the top here. Oops. And then we're just going to wrap it right up here to the end. We're going to tie it off. Alright, now I'm going to just tighten this up a hair because I was using a little bit bigger hook on my last fly. There we go. Now, time to come in with the hackle. And the hackle, very easily, I'm going back to that tan soft tackle Chickabou again. Now, I like to pull all the fibers off the end and have this to clamp onto. And then you can see how some of these feathers here at the back, they're going to be too long for this fly. So I'm just going to pull them off, get them out of the way so I don't accidentally put them on. Then I'm going to pinch my tip here. Get it in, get the right length, get to the right length where I want. Oops. And then I'm going to trim the head off and trim those fibers so I have something to tie down to. And then we're just going to tie that down and we're going to palmer this forward. So we find our hackle pliers, we'll put this on. And as we pull it forward, I'm like always here, I'm going to tease these feathers back and palmer it forward. So, cool looking fly. It'll work for the Isonychia or Slate Drake, whichever you want to call it. And then we're just going to put that right up there to the eye and we'll tie it off. And there you have it. Now we just need to whip finish after we clean it up here. All my fibers go in the right direction. Then we whip finish and it's done. Now, sometimes I will put like 2 whip finishes on it and be done with it. Sometimes I'll add some head cement or some Solarez bone dry is what I like to use. So we'll just hit it with a little bit of that. And that's all it takes. And hit it with a light and you are done. And there you have a very cool wet fly, like a swimming nymph wet fly. And it catches fish. So thanks for watching, guys. Okay, guys, I hope you liked that tie. It wasn't hard. You know, mix your dubbing, play around with different dubbings. Maybe you'll find that a different color works better in your area, or a 50-50 blend, or, you know, maybe just a little bit of the red with the brown. Whatever works for you, you know, that's what you need to use. And whatever catches fish, that's what's important. What catches fish in your area might not catch fish in my area. But this is the basis. This is a good place to start from. And it'll catch a fish. Like I said in the video too, go check out the quilted tire. I did a podcast with her a long time ago, and Nicole's a great person and a great tire. She does a lot of great things in her area to help out with, wounded veterans and stuff like that, and the old folks in her area. She uses tying. She incorporates tying into her therapy with people. So she's a really cool girl and a really, really good soft hackle tire. So check her out. I really suggest that. But if you need any of the material, like always, guys, I put a material list down below in the description. So you can go down there, click on the links, go right to it, and find it on our website. And like always, guys, thanks for supporting our website and our YouTube channel and the Facebook and Instagram and our Bugs and Beard podcast. Keep watching here. With all this Corona stuff, we kind of cut back on the podcast because, not being able to get guys into the studio, but we're going to be back soon and, have a lot of fun. That's what we like to do. We like to sit down and talk. So have fun until next week, guys, when I bring you another video. I'm Sean Holsinger.